Russia's invasion of Ukraine began with the expectation of swift air dominance, boasting one of the world's most formidable air forces, the VKS, with advanced jets and significant numerical superiority. A rapid victory was widely anticipated. Initial actions, including hundreds of missile launches and over 140 daily sorties, seemed to confirm this, as Russia established air superiority in key corridors and even launched a daring helicopter assault on Hostomel airport near Kyiv. However, this early momentum quickly unraveled, and years into the conflict, Russia has failed to control the skies due to a combination of its own profound failures and Ukraine's resilient defense. The root of Russia's failure was a catastrophic strategic miscalculation rooted in arrogance. Planning for a short, decisive war, Russian command saw no need to completely destroy Ukraine's air force or secure total airspace control. Instead, they focused on obtaining limited air superiority to facilitate a rapid capture of Kyiv. This laser focus on a decapitation strike meant no backup plans were made. When Ukraine mounted a fierce and prolonged resistance, Russia's initial plans became obsolete, allowing Ukraine time to recover and systematically target Russian aerial assets. Compounding this strategic error was Russia's lack of doctrinal experience in achieving comprehensive air superiority. Unlike the U.S. military, which prioritizes air dominance, Russia has historically used its air force for limited roles like close air support. In Ukraine, commanders appeared hesitant to execute a large-scale air campaign, instead falling back on a ground-centric, tried-and-tested playbook. This led to a critical misallocation of air power. Jets that should have been systematically dismantling Ukrainian air defenses were frequently redirected to provide ad hoc support for ground troops, making them vulnerable. Furthermore, Russia made inefficient use of its resources. Special operations forces were dedicated to high-risk, low-probability missions like assassinating Ukrainian leaders, rather than the more reliable tactical work of sabotaging air defense sites. This reflected a broader failure to prioritize the destruction of Ukraine's military capacity over symbolic regime change objectives. Long-standing institutional deficiencies within the VKS were brutally exposed. Pilot training was inadequate, with Russian pilots averaging only $120 flying hours per year, half that of their Western counterparts. Training regimes focused on narrow, scripted scenarios rather than complex, multi-domain operations. There was also chronic underinvestment in critical enablers, like targeting pods, precision munitions, and modern flight simulators. While Russia possessed advanced fighter jets, its pilots were unprepared and its equipment was often unsuitable for a high-threat environment. These institutional weaknesses translated into disastrous tactical execution. The VKS did not operate with the coordination or intelligence of a world-class air force. Sorties were often conducted by individual aircraft, poorly armed and without essential electronic warfare (EW) pods, leaving them defenseless against Ukrainian air defenses. This led to significant losses not only to Ukrainian missiles but also to fratricide, Russian jets being accidentally shot down by their own air defenses due to poor communication. Finally, Russia critically underestimated its enemy and operated on outdated intelligence. Pre-war data on Ukrainian air defense locations was obsolete by the invasion, as Ukraine had moved its mobile systems. Consequently, despite striking over 75% of known sites initially, the actual impact was minimal. Russia's slow 24-hour targeting cycle could not keep pace with Ukraine's highly mobile and adaptive defenses. In conclusion, Russia's aerial failure is a story of hubris meeting resilience. Ukraine's adaptability, skilled pilots, and determined use of technology, bolstered by Western support, proved more than a match for Russia's disjointed campaign. The combination of strategic short-sightedness, doctrinal rigidity, institutional weaknesses, and tactical ineptitude ensured that the VKS could never deliver on its paper potential, crippling Russia's overall prospects for victory.